I have once heard Alex Hormozi say one really smart thing. So, for example, imagine you're in the desert. You wouldn't be thinking about, oh, what is the meaning of life? What's my purpose? No, you would be thinking of, how do I get water? How do I get more food? How do I build a fire so that I don't freeze to death at night, whatever. But once you're out of the desert, yeah, then you start thinking about the emotional side of things, like what's the meaning of life? What is my purpose on this planet? Why was I born? Whatever. And the same happens to your business. Then you're grinding, when you're in the initial, let's say, stages of your business, you're not thinking and not pondering on these questions of like, what's the meaning of life? What's the purpose? No, you're grinding. You're like, how do I get my first client? How do I get more clients? How do I scale? How do I build a personal brand? How do I get followers? What's the best outreach script? Whatever. The list goes on and on and on. And I've been there. I was in the grind stage, but I escaped it. I reached escape velocity. Whenever a rocket is going to space, it reaches that point where it doesn't need to use as much fuel and just goes by its own inertia. The same happened to me. For example, when I hit 10K a month, yeah, then I started pondering on these questions like, what's the meaning of life? I'm gonna give you one that's beneficial. And I'm not projecting things onto you. This is just my take. I have three main meanings of life, you could say, but I'm just gonna talk about one specifically today. And it is to do things that make you feel fulfilled. Now, maybe it's not ethical. I don't care. But you need to do stuff that makes you feel fulfilled. One of my friends, I was talking to him about this topic. He said that, trigger alert. He said that, oh yeah, but what Hitler was doing made him feel fulfilled. And yeah, he has a point. But I don't give a damn, to be honest. That's just my take. Do what makes you feel fulfilled. Do not listen to what other people tell you to do. Do what you like. It's your own life. For example, me, what makes me feel incredibly fulfilled is working on my business all day, like really hard, talking with my clients, doing client fulfillment, filming these videos, just being productive, becoming better every single day, putting in all of my energy, and going to bed, putting my face on the pillow, knowing that I gave this day my all. That's what makes me feel fulfilled. And if you want to discover what makes you feel fulfilled, then I believe that the formula you could say for that is something that's difficult, like takes energy or takes time or makes you feel stressed, plus what you perceive as beneficial. So again, Hitler perceived his duties to be as beneficial. He wanted to exterminate the Jewish race. I perceive my business as to be beneficial because not only do I make money, but I make my clients money, and I have retired my mom. My clients have retired their own parents, whatever. The list goes on and on. What I'm doing is difficult. It makes me feel really stressed, but it's beneficial. It makes me feel fulfilled. So yeah, do shit that makes you feel fulfilled. And yeah, that this dog fucking almost ate me, dude. Okay, that's enough. I'm not gonna waffle on for too long. That's my meaning of life. Do shit that makes you feel fulfilled, and that's it. Have a wonderful day.